What up, everybody out there in podcast land? Thank you for tuning in yet again to another episode of Kate Ross present the Yeah I Said It podcast. We are possessing with our expressing with our full capabilities until they want us in correctional facilities. Brainchild of my child, I haven't had dad having this operation, Ross Cooper, who clearly cannot seem to get his words together. Coming into you live and in public, if you will. As always, I am rocking with the best. Someone who probably can speak better right now. My co-host, please introduce yourself to the folk.
No, I cannot. But some activists got so rich they probably wish we stay oppressed. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even remember where I got it from. Somebody said it though. So shout
That's
out
a
to you.
that's a bar. That's a
I can't even
ooh.
remember if it was a song or a quote. It might have been both. I don't know. But
That's a
it's probably
bar.
true. It's definitely true. Anyway, yeah, well, shout out to them. I'm sorry I forgot where I got it from. I'm not taking credit. It's not me. I got it from somebody else. But I don't even remember my intro. This is why you put pressure on me telling me I can speak, but I don't even know what I'm supposed to say.
Oh
Uh
my.
oh yeah. You're watching on any other platform. Please share with your friends, family, enemies, mother on your pets, aliens outside, big down the street, meteor about to hit you. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Because if you don't, you're gonna get hit with a monsoon.
Yeah. Heck, if we ain't careful and folks start really do something about this global warming,
Oh, that's too late. You
that
might as well
might
just
be a
repent.
reality for a lot of folks.
That's pretty much all of us, since we all live on the East Coast. So yeah.
Mm.
Nice big ass swimming pool, man. See you there.
Move to Oklahoma, move to like Kansas in the middle of middle of the country. Ain't no water there. Can't flood there.
There's rope
But
there. I'm saying.
there you go. But yeah, we are at it. Couple things to cover. I'm gonna jump right into the deep end of the pool. I saw something that was very disturbing, and I'm not gonna let it go. Congo. There are three states: Texas, Louisiana, and I do believe Florida or Georgia. I was watching this, and I should have took more notes, but it has the same GDP of the entire country of the Congo. Um, why are we harping on Congo? Because the funny thing is, the enemy of my friend is my enemy, so to speak. When you look at who's fueling the conflict in Palestine, you see the usual suspects: U.S., Britain, things like that. When you look at who's taking all the wealth from the Congo, U.S., Britain, those who pretty much have made a career, if you will, out of
Feeling? Yes.
colonialism, things like that. And it's just the reason I want to keep harping on that is because unlike the conflict in Palestine, what's going on in Congo is going largely untelevised. And I guess how much airtime your victimhood gets, how much money your victimhood gets. How did I say it? The darker you are, the realer your problems, And this is not a knock to our Palestinian brothers and sisters. And I don't know how you feel. It's a sense of conflict for me a little bit to talk about there's enough for everybody to have enough, right? And try to stand up and speak about the oppressed people, but also benefit from the oppression. And what I mean by that is the cobalt, the source resources that are being stolen from the Congo are being used right this moment in this cell phone to record the show. And I guess a good start would be proper compensation, but I don't know. I don't know what proper compensation is for killing, maiming, essaying, genocide. I don't know what the proper compensation is. And it amazes you. But the question that lingers is this: how is it the richest continent, richest countries on the planet do not own their resources? How is it these other nations, these other countries have taken control of the resources in the motherland where everybody looks like us? How is this happening? No one's doing anything.
Because it's normal. Like I said, the proper way of conversation is if you're going to take something from them, pay them what they're worth. So then, like I said, you wouldn't feel bad about yourself if you know everyone there that had a part to play that lived there was getting taken care of the way they should have. But since they're getting
Uh,
pennies on the dollar, and then actually you might not be in none. They try and get you out of here. The whole genocide thing and misplacement and all the other issues that is severely underreported. But we know why, because everybody's eyes is on Pakistan, Israel. And like I said, people probably wouldn't care about the Pakistan Israel thing too. It's just because it's one group that's involved. Now we all have to care. And I think you know where I'm going with that. So if that group wasn't involved in that, no one would care. They will go unnoticed about what's happening to Palestinian people. Same way as majority of African countries are, like I said, going through the genocide, misplacement, and all that right now, and that's not even making breaking news or nothing.
yeah.
It's on the back burner. I didn't even know what's happening until you send it to them. So,
And it's like this country, this is not what I want my tax dollars to be used for, to fund genocide. I don't want my tax dollars going to help Ukrainians. Why would I want to do that? But somehow the same country that wants to penalize me for a bad credit score has a horrible credit score. Um,
horrible, honestly.
that that tells us we cannot come up with never mind student loan debt
It's all
forgiveness.
scams. It's
We
all
can't
scams.
come up with affordable housing.
Yes, we
We
can.
can't get clean water in Flint. We can't
You could.
keep shitty schools from falling apart. We can't do that. But we found 14 billion in our back pocket to help out Israel. We
Just
found a few
budget them.
billion to send to Zelensky and Ukraine.
Hmm. It must be nice to print your own money. But the thing is, though, and it's bittersweet, if the rest of the world has their way and China and everyone else is successful, the American dollar won't mean nothing. So you won't even be able to print your own money anymore.
I was not if you it's gonna
So
pretty
it's gonna
much.
be bittersweet because it's gonna suck for kind of us. But other than that, the real for real, you ain't gonna be able to pull 60 billion out your ass no more. So yeah.
I mean, shout out to other countries for figuring out. Look, we're not gonna win a quote unquote war with the U.S. We're just not. The U.S. has bases in other people's territories, other people's countries. We're not gonna win a war, so we'll find a different way. We're just not gonna play with you anymore.
It will ice you out. That's
Right?
worse.
We're just not gonna play with you anymore.
That's worse, actually.
I mean, to kill your enemy and not fire a shot.
That's the greatest way to
So
win a war.
that's the most Sun Tzu, Art of War,
Yeah.
Machiavellian. They kill your enemy, not fire a shot.
Just starve you out. Hey, wait.
Yeah,
Hey, we'll wait. I'm patient.
perfect. But I will take it upon myself. Hopefully, you can do the same. Um, I don't have any information on where you can donate or the organizations that are accepting credible organizations taking donations to benefit people in the DNC. I mean DRC, but I just well, I'm going to talk about it until something's done about it because for the people that follow us, we have a responsibility. I've always felt that. And in the same way, a few weeks ago, I felt we had a responsibility to speak on the liberation of Palestine. I feel a need to absolutely speak on those who look like me, who are darker than me, who are suffering at the hands of imperialists. So ceasefire in Palestine, and please find a way to do something about the atrocities being committed in the Congo.
There you go.
Um, so gonna slide a little bit. This was interesting. So I did a little more homework on the story because I'm like, no, this can't be real. This can't. No, no way, no way. This can't be. So there's something that isn't an official statistic, I don't believe. It is called death by cop. It's something that's usually coined in the inner city in the sense of it's when people do certain things that they understand will result in their own death. It's death by cop, right? Again, I don't know if it's an official statistic, but this is interesting. So Bristol, Connecticut, wow, here we go again. Connecticut this woman walks into a police station with a gun, brandishing a gun, shoots at the glass, begs the cops to kill her. Body cam footage, everything is seen. Her name is Suzanne Laprise or Laprise. She felt trapped, she told someone. She was at a bar, mentioned her boyfriend is NYPD. He isn't, he's ex NYPD, but used his gun, walked to a police station, shot at the glass, shot at the cops, begged them to kill her. She was taken alive. Now, I will say this the charges are accurate. She is charged with attempt murder. And I'm fairly sure an attempt murder charge does carry about a 20, 25 to life, 25, 20 to 20-year sentence. 20 to 25-year sentence. Again, sorry, still can't seem to talk. But just an I can't even say I hate to say this. Just the state what it is. We talked about January 6th. If that was BLM that ran up the Capitol, what do you think would happen? If it were you or I who walked into the police station with a gun and shot at cops, do you think they'd have been so intentional in using a stun weapon? Let's take it off us, because black men are the biggest threat in this country. If it was a sister that walked into that police station and shot at cops, Sandra Bland and plenty of other sisters died for less. Um, I am not wishing she were dead at all. I think it was kind of cowardly though, because she said she's got a son that's special needs and a daughter that's been in and out of jail, and she felt quote unquote trapped. So because raising your kids was hard, extreme. I'm not knocking how complicated it is to raise a child with special needs. I see that can come with a certain set of challenges. But this was your out. This
And money.
this death by cop. This was your out.
Well, because then technically, I don't know if she was or not. You didn't, it is technically a suicide. You didn't really kill yourself. They killed you.
I mean, if we're gonna
So
go that route, then that's something to sort out with God when you
I'm
get
just
up
saying,
there.
I'm just saying, like I said, if you really wanted out, you could have. You had the gun in your hand, you could have did it. But I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying. It didn't make sense to me. But then again, this didn't make sense, but then it makes perfect sense. That's the conundrum of humans. Nothing makes sense, but then it makes sense. That don't even make
Mm.
sense, but it makes sense.
Fam, you walked into a police station with a gun. That's like walking into a bear's cave
Well, honey,
with 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 honey drizzled all over your ass cheeks. And the bear is like, no, wait, I'm not gonna eat you. You don't want me to eat you for real. Let me just subdue you calmly.
I'm just smack shit up. Like, what? That can probably kill you. But either way, this is like, it's not surprising because when you had context, you said his husband or boyfriend or whatever was ex-cop. So did
NYPD, this is Connecticut.
oh, never mind. I was about to say if she went in the station, they probably know her. It was like, all right, chill out. Now if this is a new station and they did that, wow. Because I already know it'd have been a closed casket for me. I did that. It would have been a closed casket for me if I did that shit.
I'm not trying to laugh, but fam, like you walked it.
Must be
Listen,
nice. Hey. I remember we had this talk a long time ago, and trust me, we don't want to stay this way, but have a day, just be white for one day, just to see what will happen, just to get the release.
Sir.
For what day? I want to try that. Just make me wait one day. Just walk in that bitch with a gun, see what happens. I mean,
Right,
actually, no, because usually if I don't die, I'm going to jail. So, I mean, well, I
maybe.
turn back to black, so they won't know. So it'll be a different
I'm about
person.
to say you on a jail. Depends on your income bracket, sir. Mm,
I make me a rich
mm.
white dude. There you go.
Like you had affluenza. You can
You
kill
wouldn't even
people.
hear about it. It'll just be a local story. That's how rich I'm gonna be and white I'm gonna be, boy. I mean, pure white too. You know, the blind hair, blue eye shit. But right, fine. Jokes aside, yeah,
I'm just
that's
blown
it.
away.
I'm not. I am, and then I'm not. It's like none of this makes sense. You didn't have to. We didn't have to go through this process to talk about. You could have did it like at home or something. But now, I mean, you kind of getting what you. Yeah, I mean, you might have a fate worse than them. You going to prison for a long time.
And I'm like, so we go from that interesting coinky dink. Wow, wow. I'm looking at the pictures of this sister. Christina Police Department. The video that went viral is we saw a cop. Well, we saw someone on the ground being dogpiled by cops, and one of these cops was just going to fucking town, beating the hell out of somebody, right? Turns out it was a sister, from what I can tell by the picture, because I can see like the left side of her face is swollen and bruised.
Ah, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah.
And she don't look no bigger than 100 something. Like, nah, this ain't one time. One time, this strike occurred during the initial encounter at the bus stop with the responding officers prior to the struggle on the ground involving several other officers. Hmm. Okay. So police on patrol said they saw two people smoking weed at the bus stop. That is such a just a horrible, horrible crime. Jesus. Um, the
Despicable.
officers, the officers wanted two people identified as Anthony Lee, and Pierre. They were under arrest. Okay. Apparently, North Carolina is not a weed-free state.
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay. Officer struck the female subject 7 times with knee strikes and 10 closed fist strikes. Let's see, 10 plus 7, that's 17 times
Mm-hmm.
to the, wait, let's get scientific. To the peroneal nerve in the thigh to try to gain compliance. So you trying some Vulcan death grip from nervous pressure point Bruce Lee shit to
And
get her to
failing
comply.
because should have did that in one strike. But
The officer was intentional about where the strikes were made, police said, noting it was consistent with training.
so they trained how to whoop niggas, holding
Oh,
down the woman who's a buck something, and you
oh,
need. Oh, good. Yeah.
by the way, Police Chief Johnny Jennings said during an interview, um, the officer's body cam was knocked off during the struggle. So the initial encounter is barely visible, but he said there was a struggle between the initial responding officer and Pierre before backup arrived. What a coincidence. So as you pointed out when we spoke about this off camera, did nobody else have a body camera on that day? Did they laundry day? So they asked the fleet chief about the photo that I'm probably the one I'm looking at, showing an injury to her face. Jennings said, there's nothing that shows she was struck while she was on the ground in the head or face area.
All them punches were to the thigh.
Yeah, it was very intentional.
To the
Consistent with
thigh.
training.
So
Consistent with
her
training.
face got lumped up by one punch.
So why did you so they saying she got rowdy. She was about it, using my Master P language.
Uh-huh.
And she punched a copper in the face. So you didn't Tase, mace, pepper spray. You immediately swung back.
Isn't that
How
assault?
would no, I'm just saying, like me, hey, if you punch me in the face, my natural reaction is to swing back, punch
Right,
you in the face.
right.
But I don't have training. Shouldn't my training teach me to step back and reach for my pepper spray? Shouldn't stun gun training? Because you just said this is all consistent with training. Some very interesting training there.
Well, human nature kicked in there. Savvy.
But the human nature didn't kick in when you were punching her in the nerve, specifically in the nerve,
No, it kicked
lower.
in. He was missing on purpose, probably. That's human
Police
nature too.
police have not publicly identified the officer. What a shock. They
But
say hit Pierre in the face, but said they continue to review video, conduct interviews, and work closely with internal affairs.
okay.
Oh,
Union shit. All right, that's great. Y'all have the best union in the world. Congratulations. I don't care.
I,
I wish you got more hits in. At least she's still
like,
alive though.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
I don't know, dog. I saw the video, then when I sent you, didn't look like it a whole bunch of punches to the nerve in the thigh.
Yeah, it did.
Just I don't think too many punches unless somehow she got a special nervous system. I don't think getting punched in the nerve in the thigh is going to produce a nice softball size bruise on your face. I don't know. Maybe it's a different nervous system. I don't know. Maybe punches in the nerve in the thigh just somehow
Or maybe he's one
produce.
punch man. You know what I'm saying? He got that, Tyson Jr. hand, that Ray Rice hand, and then he just caught it one time, and that's all it took.
I just. But let's compare and contrast. So, young woman smoking weed at a bus stop ends up hospitalized, getting kicked in 17 times. They said so. 17 times
Multiple
in
officers
the
are holding her down too. Like, let's
in
not even
in
act.
in, in the thigh nerve. Chick walks in and literally shoots at police, gets a little tased and tackled. I don't think why didn't they punch her in the nerve 17 times? I'm just
I mean, it
thought of
should
that.
have. I mean, realistically, should have like emptied the clip. But hey,
No, no.
listen,
Nam
no. This is the funny part, and this is why I don't want to hear shit from no fucking Blue Lives Matter hugger. They can show restraint. I didn't think it was possible. You telling me even in the most dangerous situation you can show restraint, but in the least dangerous situation you got to use absolute brute force? See, you
you
see about
don't
the things that don't make sense but make sense.
well here's the
Another
thing.
example.
Well, here's the thing. Now we gotta God, I hate when you put me
Show
in these situations.
They show. Wow.
I hate when you put me in these situations. Okay, so
Restraint.
from the other side of the seesaw, the truth of the matter is in real time, because I gotta put myself in a position in real time. If I'm in a police station, I'm surrounded by other officers, all armed, and I'm behind bulletproof glass, and I can see and assess the threat in front of me. You ain't walk in there with a bag, with a trench coat, when you might pull out an AR or a grenade launcher. You walked in there looking like a drunk person with a handgun. I can assess the danger there.
God damn.
Meanwhile, hold on. Meanwhile, conversely, if I'm a cop and I see two people sitting at the bus stop smoking weed in a state where it is illegal to smoke weed, it is not a leap to be concerned. If I'm gonna walk up on you, I don't know what you hold.
The
You
fist.
got if you smoking weed in public and you know that that's illegal, I don't know what you might have in your waistband, what have you. I can't assess that threat.
So you worried about a what if versus what's really a threat in front of you? Who's actually has the weapon that you scared of and is actually shooting shit? Because then the whole contradiction. This is why I can kill this whole argument. Why you shouldn't even said it. If it was you and me, what would happen? Very same situation, and I'm pretty sure a very different outcome. So that whole assess the situation shit don't matter. I mean, they assess it. They just try to see which way we should handle it. And you know, some situations, certain people, you have to handle it a certain way. Hey, they show restraint, man. I'm proud of officers in what is it, Colorado, that didn't
Well,
kill the
no,
lady,
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, shout out to
right.
UConn, no you husky mother. But yeah, shout out to y'all showing restraint, being a good human being, showing compassion, not taking this lady's life even though she wanted. And then the
Here's
officers here beating on that woman. Some great guys. Some great
no,
guys.
it was 17 times in the thigh, in the nerve.
She must have some She-Hulk thighs or something because it was not working. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, I couldn't see the body fully to see what part they were hitting, but the way that people were yelling, it didn't sound like he was hitting her leg. I'm pretty sure a knee might have went there, but I'm sure them fists would a couple just might have slipped and went straight up, you know. But hey,
Hold on.
they didn't
So
show
let me.
restraint, man. They need to learn from their brothers in Connecticut how to show restraint. You know,
So let me go back. If you are a cop and you see two people smoking weed at the bus stop,
I
right?
keep driving.
And you decide to, yo, that's illegal. Upon your approach, if
Don't
you
care.
know and I know and everybody knows smoking weed is illegal, you smoking weed in public, is it not a fair assessment to say this could escalate? Because if you're brave enough to smoke weed in public, what else might you be brave enough to do? You don't see that. You don't.
And I'm brave enough to just look the other way.
No, that's not brave. That's just intelligence. Like that's
I mean,
like, and
you smoking the weed on the bus now, I don't care. It's legal,
I'm.
damn near everywhere. I don't like I said, this whole morality bullshit is all subjective. Like, yeah, it's legal. Is it illegal? Is it against the law? Yes. But are you hurting anyone sitting there smoking a J on a bus stop waiting to get to whatever you need to get to? No.
I mean, okay. So the real is this. I'm with you. If I'm a cop, is
Like I'm living.
somebody somebody somewhere is getting really fucked up for real. I'm not gonna sit here and harass two people smoking an L. Like, eh,
You know what?
not.
How about this? Go solve the murder cases y'all have a 50% chance of solving. Don't do that. Go actually go help the women that get SA because most of them go unsolved. Y'all don't even attempt. Like there's other shit that actually needs to be done. It's not getting done. We still don't know who killed Tupac. How is this
Actually,
possible?
we actually do now. But continue.
Oh,
Remember that got solved.
well, did it get solved or did he stop paying the Illuminati? I don't know. Either way, this is like, bro, like I said, if there's a flip of a coin that either of us can get clipped, and then, like I said, flip of a coin that it gets solved, yeah, I need to focus on that. Go focus on the women getting SA'd, or the women or kids, or men, women, whatever, getting SA'd. Go find that shit. Go figure those shits out. You worried about traffic stops, weed, and other dumb shit. Motherfucker, jaywalking, they might end up dead for no reason.
We've seen
I
that
said the
happen.
punishment enough is just getting hit by a car. Let it happen.
I mean, I will say this. Me personally, if I drive by y'all smoking an L, I got better shit to do. If I drive by y'all smoking an L and it looks like a hand to hand, now we got a different conversation.
And oh, they
Now,
fighting?
no, I'm talking about it, Lord, talking about a hand to hand transaction, sir.
Oh, you said oh. I'm sorry. I'm a little.
Yeah, man.
I'm a little. I mean, okay, that's different. I mean, well, actually, it depends on what they had. If they had no weed, I'm glad it's like too.
I don't know that. So in which case, now you got my suspicion up, and it goes back to if
But
I'm walking up on somebody doing a hand to hand in broad daylight,
I
I
don't think
gotta figure.
that wasn't the case though. They
No,
would
what?
sit there smoke. Like if you sit there smoke, I don't care if we in Italy. Like go ahead. No, you ain't bothering nobody or what you said. I don't
Yeah.
care. Even if it was a transaction, I wouldn't give a fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. But
Now
hey,
you're not
that's just
doing
me.
now you're not doing your job, sir. Now you're not doing your job.
Hey, if he's selling weed, is weed. Yeah, hey, the government's selling weed now, so why does it matter?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
RoboCop.
shifting gears. Interesting clip. I think I sent you recently. I can't remember. Ice Cube was having a sit down with Bill Maher. I don't know how old it is, but it was interesting. Ice Cube was talking about how um, the rap industry, which is interesting coming from him in a very for a lot of reasons, but the rap industry is pretty much an arm of white supremacy in the sense of, they make sure certain records do get through,
Do
certain
this.
records don't get through.
Do this.
Um, and is very, and I'm thinking in his older age, maybe he's had wisdom and can say he regrets writing some of what he wrote, but it's very interesting. And Bill Maher, he didn't check him, but he raised a point that I've always said. Bill Maher was like, but nobody makes you write those. And Cube's response to me wasn't, it didn't dispute what I've been saying forever, what a lot of people have been saying. Because Cube is saying, like, the industry controls what gets out, what doesn't, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. But as to Bill Maher's point, no one makes you right. A bitch is a bitch. No one makes you right. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. No one makes you right. Put it in your mouth. If you don't write it, if it doesn't exist, then it can't get out because it's not there. So I understand the point he's trying to make, Ice Cube, that is, that they're controlling the bullshit that gets out. It's intentional. It's certain records that are gonna get out. It's certain things that are gonna get brought to the mainstream. The bullshit, the Krishans, the blue in the faces, 90% of the South, it's gonna get out, right?
The whole South. Go ahead.
No, this 99, this 98.697% of it. But
New York was trash too. They didn't contribute anything good to black culture either. But go ahead. Just go ahead. Go
about
ahead.
to
So
say,
so Coke so Coke Rack was just great for us, huh? It was, right. Okay. We still got fucking Coke rappers out of Yo City. Mm. All right, that's real. Yeah.
Jim Jones,
Drill rap is real great for us. Yeah.
Pop Smoke is dead. So there goes that.
There's still drill
And
rappers.
out of New York, since you want to do that.
Yeah, that's most of
Pop
them.
Smoke is dead, so there's that.
That's one out of many.
And Jim Jones ain't no, ain't exactly, it's Jim Jones, like stop. But
So wait, so Jada, like the Locks, Jay-Z, nothing like all the legends that come out of there wasn't rapping about some shit that wasn't probably good for us.
Hove just did a God Did verse that was grown man rap,
Oh,
full
so
court
we forgiving
chorus.
past sins, huh? Okay.
What do we how do we get
All right. All right. Nah, because you shitting on yourself and act like your shit don't stink just as bad. Like, yeah, I played a huge part in why we're fucked up as a race. So, yeah,
that's
no,
hurt that's hurtful.
that's the
That's
truth.
hurtful.
It's the truth. Like the South ain't the only one. The South got it from up there. So, what do you mean? But okay,
Uh,
go ahead.
Nas's run with Hit Boy and King's Disease, that's grown man rap. Um,
Later. So, when they were in their prime, what were they rapping about?
well, Nas ain't never been a coke rapper, so there's
That's
that.
one. But so, what about all the others? The Biggies, Locks, Jay Z. See, we go hell. Even Busta Rhymes played a part in it sometimes. I'm like, what the hell? Where that come from? But hey, he even got into it. So it's like, yeah, we getting off
like
topic
I
now. We getting off topic.
just like I told you sell drugs. No, Hove did that. So hopefully you ain't got to go through that. Case closed, Your Honor. But
Tap that,
anywho,
tap. You just tap dance for North, knowing damn well they played a huge part in our destruction too. Wow, bias is real. But at least you said New York bias, so at least you admit that you are, because that is the most contradicting shit I ever heard in my life. But go ahead.
as I was saying, um, the industry's controlling certain bullshit that gets out. And it's interesting coming from Cube because I've long since argued if NWA never happened, we'd all be better off. I know, I'm sorry, West Coasters. I know you're gonna be pissed off at that, but when we start really having honest conversations, NWA is Fuck the Police Part Two, and Express Yourself. The rest of that is misogynistic, murderous, um,
That's hip hop.
anti-black bullshit.
That's hip hop.
So Cube never, to me, never answered Bill Maher's point. Cube is making the point, and I've heard many brothers try to make this point. What's the industry? No, it's you. Black Thought, and I always call it I call it the Black Thought exception. Black Thought is from South Philly. That ain't no fun place. It doesn't bleed through into the music. Black
It
Thought is not
does,
being
but in a
Black
more
Thought is not,
controlled.
but it's not Beanie Siegel,
No,
who's also from Philly. It's not Meek Mill,
it's not.
also from Philly.
It's not.
So the Black Thought exception all is always there. You can be a God level MC and it doesn't bleed through the way it does with some of these lower tier MCs. Royce even. Royce is from fucking Detroit. M, both again Detroit God tier MCs.
I'm about to say,
And it's
you heard what they used to rap about? I mean, Royce now is M and Royce now is basically the same trajectory that Jay is now. But when they were younger in their primes, ain't nothing sweet coming out their mouth. Royce will stay talking about shooting somebody. M was saying the most crazy we've already ever heard. So, hey, that does not apply. Yeah, they're older now, so they can't rap about the stuff where they were young. But well, actually, you could because it's still old month. Like I said, Pusha T still, Coke train still going, hasn't stopped. But other than
I
that,
just
yeah, not
I
good.
just don't I just think it's a cop out on Cube's part. I get what he's saying, but if it doesn't exist, you can't if it doesn't exist, there's no controlling. If everything hypothetically is either party jam music or quote unquote conscious rap, there is what is the industry going to control? It's going to be one of two things. You
But
know,
but do you think hip hop will blow up and be as big as it is now without the gangster shit?
yes. I'll tell you why.
So you think
Um,
without NWA, without Jay, without Biggie, without all the people who, like I said, who don't quote unquote rap about black excellence to your standards, you think if it was just conscience and party music, that it would be as big as it is now and the main attraction? Still.
because yeah, and I'll say why. Because quote unquote party music is ignorant shit now. If you go to a strip club, the strip club music, the lyrics is ignorant shit. It's just the beat is catchy. Future's whole career borderline is strip club ignorant shit. The beat is catchy.
The street
Mask
shit.
off,
You might not be able to understand what he's saying, but you look at the lyrics, it's still street shit.
but that's my point. So it's not unheard of to have party music
So it wouldn't
be
survive.
dope.
So
I'm
then
sorry.
you proving my point. It wouldn't survive.
No,
All
I'm
the
saying it's
all the all the club music and stuff now, it's still street shit. It's just a beat that make it that they play at the club. It's not, yay, I'm happy Pharrell shit. It's still, if you really look into the lyrics, it's still some messed up stuff, but it just sounds good because the beat. So you proving
if
my
you
point.
okay, classic example. If you just spin Bodak Yellow's instrumental, you still gonna get asses on the floor. You don't even need Cardi's bars for that. If you
Oh,
spin Bodak Yellow's instrumental, you gonna get if you spin WAP's instrumental, you still gonna get dudes in the club trying to make it rain. You get what I'm saying? So if it's the beat that's making it,
I
whatever
don't see
lyrics
it.
you put behind it,
I don't believe it would. I disagree with you. Hip hop would not be the same without it. It would be worse. Not in
how
terms
do
of popularity, not because the actual content. Obviously, it'd be better, but in terms of popularity and all that, it would be worse.
I mean a party beat is a party beat. A class example. I don't know if you remember this. Um, Lost Boys or actually Mr. Cheeks Lights Camera Action. That's a notorious club banger and is not street shit at all. I could give you club bangers and ain't street shit. And that's what I'm saying. A club banger is a club banger. It's based off beat, not lyrical content. So if we didn't have the street shit on a club banger, it's still gonna be a club banger no matter how you slice it. Which means we never needed the ignorant street shit. We
We
had
did. All right. So when answer this question for me, you're older. Um, when what do you consider the prime of hip hop? When what years? The 90s? You think 90s the prime of hip hop, the golden era, or you
mm,
think 2000s, the 80s? What do you think?
no, I'd say that stretch from 88 to about 96. That
All right,
stretch right there,
that's
that
that's
stretch
peak.
right there.
All right. Follow-up question. What was the main subjects? Who were the main rappers in that era during the peak? What basically took hip hop to a new level? Who were besides Nas? It was what, J and WA, who else?
Well, you can't forget, like we can't act like 88 never happened. It's Big Daddy Kane, it's Rakim. That started really bubbling up. Yeah, 88 was that the flow type, the party joints, because you had a lot of party music. Kid and Play, it's party music, dance music. When you got to the 90s era, now you're talking something a little different. Things start to shift. But it was party music, it was dance music, it was original leaders of the new school, Busta Rhymes before he went to where he's at now.
Yeah,
Tribe
but
Called
my point
Tribe
was,
Called Quest. This is party music.
yeah, but that proves my point. Because when it switched to the street shit, that's when it went out of this world. That's when the trajectory went up. Because, like I said, I don't know how much is true. I'm going off movie shit, but people were kind of getting tired of the party stuff. They need something new, something fresh, something real, right? You got the NWA, then you got everyone that came after and all that. That's what took it up, and that's why everyone is following suit, and why it seems like the blueprint has never changed. Because the most popular shit is the most negative one, the most violent, the most whatever, most ignorant. That's what I'm saying. Without it, I don't think hip hop would be where it is now. Even though I think it is kind of dying now, but I'm saying it wouldn't have peaked and be the most quote unquote popular genre without it. That's what I'm saying.
And this probably we'll deep dive on this later. I think what you're saying has merit. I think what you're talking about though is actually more than music. It is because when we talk about the music is one thing, but that's rap music. That is one element of hip hop culture. And as someone who lived through it, who grew up in it, it wasn't just the rap. The rap permeated into the style. It wasn't just, NWA. It was NWA influencing everybody to wear Raiders jackets. It was Grand Poobah from Brand New being smooth, making everybody wear a Tommy Hill figure. It was Das Effects, and when New York really took off, everybody rocking Timbs, 40 belows, and baggy jeans. So now we're not talking just music, we talking about style. And as you all know, when we talk about what's cool, who sets the tone for what's cool, it's us. And just not me being racial, this is me saying the truth. White folks have always decided, if you want to know what's cool, look to the streets. What's the brothers doing?
Yeah,
You see
why
what
do
I'm
you think when
saying?
they advertise things, they always have black people in? So like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's not a secret. That's no. But
right.
that's why I'm just saying the heights wouldn't have reached what it was. Obviously, I think it would have been better for us as a quote unquote race or culture without it. But I'm just saying, like rap culture or rap as a popularity would not be what it is without the stuff that's not beneficial for them.
Well, you do realize there is one huge exception to that. I'm not even talking about Black Thought when you think about it.
Ooh.
Your boy, the Canadian Cannoli, he's reached the highest heights as a rapper, and it ain't straight shit. It's shit
There was a
talk.
stretch where he definitely was talking about some. And that's when we was like, Drake, stop it.
I'm about to say, as Hope said, we don't believe you. You need more people.
But he
But
still incorporated. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a whole streaky. He was the whole way. No.
see, I think Drake was careful. I think Drake was hood adjacent on purpose. He always talked about having shooters. He always talking about cats in the six and the thugs he knew. He was never first person. He was only first person shooter on a track with Cole.
I got shot. But either way, either way, Drake ain't clean either. So it's like most of the people, the quote unquote legends, ain't clean. They all got dirt
Mm.
and took that route to a certain extent. So that's why I said without it, I don't think it hits the heights it does.
It's a
It's
very interesting point. That's a very interesting point. Is that definitely worth diving into a little deeper because we get into deeper, I think, deeper tangents there. But I just find it interesting coming from Cube that and it's a very interesting clip from Dr. Umar. It's got some age on it because he still looks like he's a little bit heavier. But he talked about how hip hop, well, no, it can't be that old because he talked about hip hop being 50. Hip hop is 50. And where's the hospitals? Where's the schools? Where are the things that hip hop can tangibly say this is what has come from hip hop? And I'm sure there's some things there. But when you talk about, we can name two billionaires that are products of hip hop, Jay and Diddy.
one
Maybe
of them.
three.
Oh, well, it
Yeah,
was
Diddy
Dre.
got.
It was Dre. I thought Dre was a billionaire. He won.
Oh, that's right. Dre is a billionaire too, or close to it. I think Kanye. So that's four that we can say come from hip hop. Like that's $4 billion, dog. There, I see Umar's point, and I get it. Umar can be off the deep end, take it or leave it. But this is one of those. I mean,
So,
I good luck arguing his point for real.
but then there's also the point that I seen. I don't necessarily agree with, but I can see the other side. That's why I see both sides. That why are we the only culture, the only place that we look to quote unquote celebrities to do to save us, but no other culture does that.
I don't think that. I think that's a bit of a misnomer. I'll address that as best I can. I think that's a misnomer. I think other cultures don't have to look to it because it's already done. If you look at Latino, you look at Asian cultures, our Arab brothers and sisters, they will come here, get opportunities, make a bodega, make a store, make a whatever, and it's just presumed I'm sending money back home. I'm taking care of my folk. It's 12 of us in a 3 bedroom apartment. We gonna build this thing up. You look at the Jewish community, it is understood. It's an understanding with every other culture. Now, every other culture obviously doesn't have our history. I think that's a big deal too. But I think the reason is like, look, present day, a white family's net worth is somewhere around 70 to 80,000.
Mhm.
Present day, a black family's net worth is somewhere around 12 to 19,000. And I might be being generous. So yes, when you come from the dirt, why would you not? So it's not looking for why look from the savers because we in the time of being free, the net worth is not increased but so much incrementally. We went from being dirt poor to poor.
It's still
Why
poor.
would you?
That ain't no different. But either way,
I mean, that means you got $10 in your account instead of negative 20.
$10 can't even get you a sandwich nowadays. But it's
But
but like I didn't say I agree with it. I just say it's an
yeah,
interesting point because no one I really think about it. No other culture begs that is there's some truth to it. But obviously, what you said, you add context, it makes sense. But then again, shouldn't we be not begging them? Shouldn't we be not saying begging, but demanding? Because I think, yeah, pretty much demanding that we get from the people who are responsible for this shit. Because
well,
it seems like everybody else that come here gets taken care of.
the U.S. government ain't got it, fam. Sorry, them 40 acres in the mule, that's a long time ago, Chief. They ain't got it.
All right, if I go to war, would you send it to me?
I mean,
Actually, you still y'all don't even take care of your troops either. But that's like y'all don't take care of no
ooh,
one but yourselves, man.
ooh.
And this is why I said all this shit that we all fight about and argue with on social media and real life shit is all distraction. The
I mean, I
real
saw
enemy is the dollar side, man.
I mean, I saw a very interesting meme, and I was like, I tried to, I always try to argue the other point, see if it's bullshit, but I couldn't argue the other point. The point the meme was making is, the only thing America is equipped for is destruction. The only
Might
thing
be
America
humans
can
in
do
general, but
is,
yeah.
No, it's not, because other countries have figured out free healthcare. Other countries have found a way to take care of their people. Other countries have figured out not to
From
charge you to
stealing
take care
from
of.
other people. Yeah.
No, it's and that's the problem with being in the American bubble and not, we definitely got to go travel because it's like other countries have figured this shit out. It's America that's just, you
Yeah, you
know,
talking about European countries that you went to? Yeah, you mean the ones that stole from other places that look like
no, no,
you?
no, 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 no. I'm talking about your Norways and other places like that have kind of figured out like, hey, we got enough for people to go around.
There's
But
like
being in this
10,000 people
American,
there. It
I
might be
know.
a little easier. But I mean, I get you. There is some like very small countries that seem to get how to take care of your own people. At the most, like I said, it's probably one handful of countries that do that. Most of them don't. Like I said, even in them European countries, if that's some stuff that you said, still have dirt poor people and still crazy shit.
I
So
mean, Iceland is a great example, but I get what you're saying. It just, I think the problem is like one of the things we've been told, and I used to actually believe this bullshit. It's like, well, we can't stay in America and what we, move, but the thing that ought to come back with shit. Anywhere else you go is going to be worse. No, it's not. It's really not. It's
well,
not.
depends
There
on
are places, would I give up having 8G phone service for, I don't know, cops not killing me? Sure, sure, absolutely.
you think there's a place in the world where you that will not be a possibility for you. You also gotta remember you're black.
I mean, if we were going to
There's
take it
not
there,
many places on earth where that doesn't matter.
right,
Actually,
but they
there
do
isn't.
exist.
Actually, there isn't. You can't even go back to motherland without that mattering. So yeah, there's
What
no
I've
place on earth
heard,
to escape that.
what I've heard and seen is Bali is a really good place for Black expats. Like, there's a good community of Black people in Bali living well. So there are places where we have gone to and escape this American bullshit and live okay,
For now,
and and escape that American racist imperialist bullshit. So yeah, you just don't ever let. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm just saying, putting it out in the ether. Period. One of the biggest lies that Black people have been told is, well, anywhere else you're gonna go is worse. It's not. It's not worse. If you are stuck
lesser of
to
two
the
evils.
if you are stuck to the American dream of money, 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 got it. But if you want to breathe a free air, breathe a breath of free air as a Black person,
It's not
get
possible.
the fuck out of here.
That's not possible. That's not. That's where I disagree with you. Everywhere you breathe is gonna be black air, and you have to worry about will that air kill you or not.
America's and white supremacy, white imperialism's
It's
tentacles
worldwide. It's
don't
worldwide.
extend everywhere.
It didn't come from just America. It started in Europe.
Well, that's my point. American, I said, white imperialist tentacles don't extend everywhere.
I mean, they are everywhere. They damn near conquest most of the world, including the fucking motherland. Did
Like I
we
said,
forget about all this? Like their reach stands damn near everywhere. That there's not many, that's why I said there's not many specks on Earth unless you're in a complete remote area with no humans, where that or white supremacy or whatever does not touch. It touches
as I,
everything.
and as I said, Bali. Now, because the drawback to Bali, I've also seen though, and this I can see where this is where the intersection can be problems. From what I've read and the stuff I've researched, Bali is a great Black expat community, unless unless you are part of the LGBTQIA plus community. They're not really rocking with that. But
See, so then there's no obviously I'm not part of that community, but there's like I said, there's something. There is no utopia for us. That is not true. It could be. It really is so simple. It could be. It's not going to be because we just fucking humans. That's just what we built for.
right,
But there ain't no utopia for you and me. Yeah, it might be a little bit better than it is here. I agree with that. But it's a lesser of two evils.
I think it's a lot of bit better. It's not the lesser to you as you think, but it depends on what you. I think it depends on what you value. If you just want Benzes and material shit on the cheap, ain't
No,
for you.
I'm not talking about the material. You talking about way of living where you said breathe air. You don't have to worry about being shot, discriminated, any of that shit. That is not possible.
All right. I'm now you got me. Now you got me. I'm gonna do some homework. Next week we're gonna report back.
Go
I'm gonna do
ahead. If
some,
you
but
find it, let me know. I'll get my badge right now.
but speaking of rappers, and we'll probably wrap it up with this. Three stacks, one half of, and upon further review, I have to take back a stance. As I said, I'm never afraid. If I download new information, I will walk back a prior thought. Um, yeah, Outkast is the greatest group ever. I know that.
They are.
Yeah,
Oh, so I
yeah.
was right. Ah, 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 ah. What made you change your mind?
Ironically, the interview I watched with Three Stacks, because right now he is taking a beating because he released the album with no bars, it's just flute, blah, da, da, da. There was an interesting interview. You can catch it on YouTube. He did an interview with GQ, and just listening. I think the problem is sometimes people fall in love with a label, a descriptor. Outkast, it's Dre and it's Three Stacks and the rappers, right?
The
And
artist.
I and I it, that's the thing. Like for me personally, I found myself so more free when I stopped labeling myself as a poet. I'm a writer. I can write a poem. I can write a short story. I can do marketing commercial. I'm a writer. You put some, I'm a write. What comes out might be a poem, might be bars, might be a story. But at the end of the day, I'm a creative and I'm a writer, right? Three Stacks is a creative. And it amazes me. No, apparently we didn't. Maybe me and you did, but apparently we didn't.
Like
Because
what you? Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
can't tell you the amount of vitriol I'm seeing online. Oh, this cat a rapper. He wanted to go. He need to rap. Blah, 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 this flute bullshit. Blah, blah, like,
You
chill.
you weren't a real fan. Because like I said, if you were a real fan of Three Stacks and Outkast, you know they were more than rappers. Like you listen to an Outkast album, it's more than rap.
If you listen to Speaker the Box Love Below, Hey Ya in the rap.
Like dog, like some of their biggest hits ain't even technically rap. So that's
But
what and plus if you listen to Three Stacks talk, does he sound like a rapper?
mm-mm, mm-mm.
He's never sound like a like this ain't one of those like metamorphoses where he morphed into this. He been this.
Since the second album.
He's been this. Like, why are
Like,
y'all surprised? He's been
like,
gone for a minute. He stopped rapping for a reason.
like the closest I've seen Joy to normal was their first single, Players Anthem. Players Ball. I'm sorry. Players Anthem. Players Ball. After that, he was kind of out of here. He was kind of out of here. So I'm like, but the interview, dude, if you haven't seen it, I'd implore you or anyone else to watch it.
Uh,
Halfway through it, it's like I'm looking at an artist, like the purest, like he's Prince level artiste. It's not, it's not like when he's talking, just I don't really want to even be in the studio around a whole bunch of weed. Da, da, da. I'm not even feeling that kind of energy. Like his language is different. It's not like doing an interview with Future, doing an interview with Drake.
get straight.
But it's not the same. Like you can tell this cat ain't about bars in a hot 16. And it seems like it ain't been about that for a minute.
That's the funny part. How nice he is. He ain't really concerned about it. He's still better than 90% of y'all
And
ever.
that's the thing. Like as I've heard saw a couple opinions. That's the reason they wanted to rap. Because rap has gotten so trash. Because what's in the mainstream has gotten so trash. Because like I told you, I finally sat down and listened to the Michael album. And I'm like, listen, if you listen to this podcast, if you know me for longer than about a half hour, you will understand 98.99% of the South, I believe, is garbage, right? However, when you listen to that Michael album,
Beautiful.
oh,
I
It
told
is.
you. I said that. I said like there's Killer Mike, and then there's RTJ, and now Mike. That's a more metamorphosis. He's gotten better. His subject's gotten better. He's turned into an MC that's also an artist.
Oh my gosh, sir. Like when you go back and listen to because the first time we heard Killer Mike was the whole world. Because the whole world loves it when you make this sound. Like that's the first time we heard Killer Mike. I was like, oh, he cool. And then it's like to go from that to RTJ to this. Like if Southern rap would have stayed there, if trap never happened, you wouldn't hear me say I hate 98.67% of Southern rap. It's not because it's not, and I get it. Oh, you oh yeah, no. We give credit where credit is due. We give credit to Toby. We give credit to Rhapsody, who is coming. Oh God, I can't wait till a new whole Rhapsody project drops. Like the fact that your video Asteroids is based on a Matrix. Come on, man.
He's an artist.
Like, come on, man. And there's kids today who probably don't even quite get the Matrix references in that. Like, come on, man.
Well,
And
some
that's
people don't
off
get
of
the Matrix in general. So I mean, yeah,
bars. Bars.
I'm not really bothered. It's the truth. Some people really don't get it, but
Not,
it's not for
but
everybody.
but it's like, and again, this is the personal part for me. And I get it, it's a me thing. So Southern rap, quote unquote Southern rap, my introduction was really the Ghetto Boys, which was pretty much NWA South in a lot of ways, until we figured out how prolific Scarface was. And literally, he has written one of the deepest songs, if not, I would argue anybody up and down. The last verse, I've never seen a man cry, is a top five rap verse of all time. Period. Not for debate. I've never heard death, dying depicted so scarily accurate. Never seen a man cry is just one of the first rappers ever talk about mental health. Scarface. So when you have a Scarface and then you get to an Outcast, and Goody Mob, it is soulful music. It's for Northerners. It's going to grandma's house in the South. But I understand, I ain't from there, but that's what I identify with. And then you get T.I. and all this bullshit, and all this trap music and Jeezy. And like, yawn, yawn. And it's like, unlike like you said, with Pusha T, yeah, dog, how many times you rap about coke, but you're good at it. That's the thing. You get spitters like Luda. Okay, cool. We got spitters now. But most of the shit that gets brought up from the South is just meh. It's repetitive and it's just not really good. It's just repetitive and it's not really good.
See your
So,
rap, but hey,
but I
oh,
said to say, Killer Mike, that Michael album, that's what I identify as Southern rap. Toby and Weeway, that's what I identify as Southern rap. I don't know if you want to call her a rapper, but another artist, Missy, Virginia, just amazing avant-garde. Rhapsody, it speaks for itself. So I say that to say, bring it back. Three Stacks. Watching that interview, son is literally at a laundromat in overalls on purpose. Like it's at a laundromat, just washing clothes.
he's free.
Bingo. That's it. That's it.
So once you reach a certain status, about you can say status, age, mindset, whatever, mature, whatever. Once you free, you free.
Right.
At that point, no one can tell you nothing. You're gonna do what you want to do. The system can't beat you. You beat it.
And
That's
it's
it.
so far removed from bling and grills and like I said, for me, it's the Griselda conundrum. As a Buffalonian, am I happy to see Griselda balling out? Sure. They confirm what we all knew from up there. We got spitters. But did we really need three more? Did we really need the locks 2.0? Did we really? And that's the question. And it's like
We
looking at
didn't.
Benny, looking at Wes, it's looking at Benny, looking at Conway. It's like it's for lack of a better term, it's still nigga shit. And and sadly I hate to say it, hip hop rap is that 50-year-old dude that still think they 22. And rap may not have evolved much since it was 22 years old.
It's devolved. But yeah.
Uh, if Common wrote "I Used to Love Her," yeah, that next chapter when rap went down south, and it's not me taking shots. It's literally us
You
saying like,
take a
if we
shot.
can all say it devolved from this point, well, what's that point? Okay, if we got to pick a point on the, we got to pick a point in the timeline and say, damn, shit been different since. What's that point? Oh, taking over for that 9-9. Yeah, you did. And you took it to the gutter. But three stacks, man, like you said, it is freedom. It is freedom. And it's like, wow, man, for those who can appreciate it, it was refreshing to hear an artist, to hear a black man. That was a free black man. Jay-Z got free black man hair. You know what I mean? But
Beat the
it's
million in
something,
your pocket. Yeah.
but it's free black man hair. It's because some of us have to play by certain rules. You got to look a certain way. You might need a job.
Some. You mean
Jay Z
most?
got Jay Z got free black man hair.
Yeah,
I
you
walk
ever
in.
be?
I'm just saying, I can walk into any establishment doing what I want because I'm a free black man.
For
Now it's
sure.
interesting what you got to go through to get to that point.
And not to mention, like I said, Hollywood, the music industry is scary, evil place. So we don't know what he did to get there.
Yeah,
And
we
if he
kind of
went to
do.
Diddy route, it ain't good.
No, well, that's another argument. But in watching Three Stacks, it was just watching an interview. Like it was refreshing to talk to a free, but just to hear from a free black man, not connected to nigga shit,
The Matrix.
beaches and cars and even bars. I'm not even connected to the bars anymore, dog.
You know, what am
I'm
I gonna
connected
rap
to
about? Yeah, I've already said that. He's like, what am I gonna rap about? I'm not doing that. So I'm not gonna rap about the past. I'm up past that. Going to hear about my future is just some boring, just normal stuff. So I was like, what am I gonna rap
yeah.
about? I got nothing to talk. Which
And
I
he's more involved.
understand.
And he's more involved than me. Like even he said, I don't not the young dudes. I don't mind hip hop where it's at. I sure the fuck mind, but I don't mind hip hop where it's at. So Dre is a free black man, and it amazes me the level of vitriol he is getting because he decided to be like, the bars are the bars, but I'm cool. If it hit me, I do it. Other than that, eh, I'm good.
I respect it. Was I disappointed? Secretly, it's like, because you want to hear, this would have been his first solo album, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I mean he gave us a dope ass verse on Killer Mike's album, so go check that out.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he's rapped a couple verses here and there, but I mean, it would have been great to hear like him actually rapping, sure, but him putting out anything is still a win.
Yeah. And I'm like, shit, worst case scenario, I know he don't like that, but the genius of this is, depending on the melodies, these producers get a hold of it and sample it.
Oh yeah, they about this is about to be sampled like a mother. So he about if he owns his own masters doing that, he about to get paid.
Yeah. But so yeah, man, it's just cool to hear from a free black man, an amazing artist. But running it back, recap, let's see here, coming from the tippity top. Congo, we're gonna keep talking about it till something gets done about it. And it's worse than what we think
And it's not.
because it's worse than what we think because there's much more going on than what we are actually being shown. I will see if I can find organizations that are taking donations for real. I don't know, but I'll do some homework on that. Um, yeah, Connecticut police, bravo! You got shot at and somehow managed to subdue the lady without killing her. Bravo, bravo. But in North Carolina, well, I know the body camera got knocked off during the scuffle, and you punched and kicked her 17 times in the leg nerve. Got it. Yeah. Ice Cube, you didn't answer the question, my guy. I get it. I know you want to say it's the industry, it's the system, it's the matrix, but you actually had a choice to be in Zion.
Well, they played the part. He's not at all, but it's a
But
two-way
you
street.
you didn't have to unplug from the Matrix, my guy. You could have been in Zion all along. But it's another question. And then lastly, three stacks. It's just good to hear from a free black man. The conversation is different when you talk to free black men. And the conversation is different, I think, when you talk to revolutionary black men or black people. Not just black men, but the conversation is different when you talk to free black people who are not connected to the bullshit. And when you talk to revolutionary black people who have no qualms about burning all this shit down. And the funny part becomes when you put the free and the revolutionary black people in the same room. That's an interesting conversation. But your recap, sir.
Stop being a woman, like I said. And oh yeah, Congo first. Congo. Like I said, I hope something gets done, but how the world works, it's not. So I don't know what we do. I don't know. Asteroid might come soon. Who knows? Cops beating a woman. Yeah, it's one of the things that don't make sense, but makes sense. Same with the other Karen that walked in the police station blasted. It don't make sense, but it makes sense. If you know, you know. The Ice Cube thing, I just thought about something. Him, is he to blame? Look, yes. But also, I gotta add context. He was a teenager coming out of Compton or wherever. I don't think he was actually from. I think he's from. He's from Long Beach? I don't remember. From that area, probably not a great area. So when you're a teenager, young and dumb, don't know much to talk about other than what you see. Just like how, but in a way, but that's not all he was caught by. I'm just adding context. He was ultra young, poor, and trying to put food on the table, and he chose to write about what he knew about, or what he seen, or what he was around. But I agree with you. Like I said, he's not fully exempt, neither is everyone else. Because, like you said, if no one wrote about that stuff, they wouldn't have anything to put out. Unless Dave's going to say, well, yeah, we need something better than this, which could have been the case for some things. We need that real stuff. So I don't know. That'd have been a sight to see what will happen, what hip hop will look like without it. But I don't know if it'd be better for worse. It'd probably be better for culture, but in terms of popularity and having 4 billionaires come out of it, I don't think that would be possible without it. That's just me. Y'all can debate in the comment section. Uh, Three Stacks, man. Shout out to Three Stacks, man. I'm just glad the brother's doing well. He's free. That's what I strive to achieve, to be free. So he's free. He's doing his thing. It's a flute album, yeah. So what? It's better than nothing. It looks like he's enjoying life and being a pure artist. That's why I said you're not a real Three Stacks fans if you're upset. Cause this was where it was going anyway. I don't know if you didn't see the signs, but he's been this for a while. It was grooving, but hey, no one pays attention until it's too
Right.
late. It's
Right.
the usual shit that we do. Well, I didn't know. Well, you didn't pay attention. A lot of stuff could
Well,
be avoided. But hey, events. Got love. Oh, we didn't talk about that. All right, I guess next time.
yeah, we touched that. But well, awesome, awesome, awesome. So awesome, awesome show, sir. I still can't talk even an hour and change later. But same bad time, same bad show next week. We got more heat coming for you. On behalf of myself and my co-host, yeah, I said a podcast. Peace.
Yeah.